Welcome to the Secrets of the Greenwold. This is the Caravan of Peril. Merchants, pilgrims, and wanderers have long banded together in wagon caravans for safety when setting off into the wild. Yet a caravan is only as safe as its hired guards. There's plenty of coin to be had on the road for those with a sword or a spellbook, a steady will, and a taste for adventure. The party starts outside of a caravan. Caravan is traveling from the rundown city of Mara to the Grey Haven, the largest city in the Greenwold. The journey is expected to take about 20 days. Introduce yourselves.
I am Zeno. I am a monk human.
I am Zachary, the Dragonborn Druid.
I am Firestone. I'm a Whistle Dragonborn.
The party starts outside of the caravan. The caravan master is named Dougal Stonepick. He's a hardened, humorless dwarf, but he is desperate for guards. Attacks on the caravans have increased in the last months, and at least one caravan has gone missing entirely. A royal dispatch rumored to be carrying a magical treasure of some sort. So, you're the three that are going to help us travel to Greyhaven, are you?
Oh yes.
You, little human there, you look like you might be a decent fighter.
Oh yes, I took training.
And you, what are you, you Dragonborn, the copper-looking one? What do you do?
Well, I can do firebolt.
Oh, that might be useful.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm an animal guy.
An animal guy. Oh, that might be useful. There's lots of animals, bears, wolves in the wild. Should be useful. Well, let's finish up loading up the wagons, and we're going to head out. So we got us 7 wagons, guys. We got an expert lockpick. He's got some work to do up in Greyhaven. We got lots of wood and metals. We've got a wagon full of food. We got the wagon that I'm in. We got a paladin actually in one of them. He's pretty hurt. We got to get him back to Greyhaven as soon as we can. And then we have a fortune teller. Oh yeah. And also that last wagon there got some weird little I think he's a gnome. He's a little weird wizard. He thought he'd come along on the ride. Well, anyway, let's finish loading up the wagons and we'll head on out. You look pretty strong there. You want to give us a hand?
Yes, sure, yes.
Well, let's get loading up then.
Let's go.
So after about 20 minutes, the wagons are loaded and the party heads off on their adventure. So the party heads out on their adventure, heading to Greyhaven. The wagons are loaded, everyone's in their wagons, and the adventurers all have horses to ride on. The travel is slow, the road is not exactly the most clear path ever, but it's decently going. So, I didn't catch any of your names. What are they?
Zeno. Master Zeno.
Master Zeno, huh?
Yes. Zachary. Just plain old Zachary.
Just plain Zachary. And you? What about you, little
Firestorm.
Fire? Oh, that's a pretty cool name. I like that. I assume you have some fire spells, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be useful. Just be careful. We're in woods here. You cast too many fire spells, and the whole place is poof, up in flames.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway, so I think you heard that you guys will each get paid 25 gold when we get to the end of our caravan trip.
How many teas can that buy me?
How many teas?
Yes.
Oh, I assume it can buy you a lot of tea. Tea's fairly cheap. I guess it depends on how fancy your tea is that you drink.
Yes, I think the most fancy tea out there.
So the party travels on for most of the day, and it is fairly quiet. They see a couple wild animals, a few deer, but nothing overly interesting. They stop for the night, make camp, fire out. Everyone sits around the fire, has a nice hearty meal. And out of the one wagon comes Findle. Oh, so I heard that you can cast some spells. You are a wizard. Fancy that, so am I. He puts his hand out to Firestorm. My name's Findle, Din Fizzle, Fin Dazzle. You can just call me Findle. You guys gonna keep us safe?
Yeah. Yes.
That is good. The little bird, a little black bird lands on his shoulder. Oh, this is my pet peppercorn. He follows me everywhere. Well, I'm gonna go get some soup and then head back into my wagon for the night. I hope to catch up with you in the morning.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, where you getting that soup from?
Oh, just over from the campfire over there. They got all kinds of food. They keep us well fed, but of course I did have to pay some money for this trip.
What kind of soup?
Oh, I assume it's... And he take a sniff in the air. Smells like some type of vegetables, a bunch of vegetables. It might be... Another sniff. There might be some chicken in there. I'm not quite sure.
I like vegetables.
So Findle goes over, gets some food, and he heads back into his wagon for the night. Everyone goes to sleep for the night. You wake up the next morning, feel good. You had a good night's sleep overnight, and you head out onto day 2. Again, day 2 is a fairly quiet trip. So is day 3, and so is day 4. You're beginning to wonder why they even brought you along. So, day 5 begins. The adventurers wake up, again, early in the morning, and they venture out on their path. I would like everybody to roll a perception. So roll your 20-sided dice. Yep, that one.
Okay.
And then add your perception bonus to it.
So is my perception.
Oh my god.
So 13.
13?
14. 4.
4?
15.
15. So Zeno and Firestorm, you both notice a berry bush off to the side of the road. It seems to be all on its own. It's been all woods. You've seen some berry bushes, but this one, just looking at the wagon, you just see it's like, wait a minute. That just looks different than all the other berry bushes. Something about it. What would you like to do?
Can I go out to go see the berry bush?
I know one's stopping you. The wagon's pretty slow. You look like you can probably catch up pretty quickly. You're on a horse anyway. You can just smack that horse's behind a little bit and you'll catch right back up to us. Don't be long, though.
Okay.
So, Zachary takes off on his horse over to the bushes. Anybody else?
Well, I'll come with him just to make sure he's safe because everybody knows I'm the strongest one.
Okay, so Firestorm, are you going with them, or are you going to stay with the wagon?
I'm gonna stay with the
You're
wagon.
going to stay with the wagon. Okay, so it just goes off along on its own. Okay, so you notice, actually, roll a nature check, the two of you.
20-sided?
Yeah, 20-sided, and then add your nature bonus.
11.
$21.
21! So, Zachary, you notice that these are actually glimmerberries. And you know that they are very similar to good berries, which have some magical powers to them. You know that they have some magical healing powers, and 1 or 2 berries will fill up your entire body for the entire day. So if you want, you can try to pick some. And you had such a high roll that you would have no problem picking any of the berries.
I'll pick some.
Okay, so you pick some. So Zachary hops off his horse. He gets down. He starts picking some berries.
Wait! Make sure that they're not poisonous berries. You can never trust berries, like. One could be nice, and the next one poisons you, and then the next one's got thorns inside. Just make sure.
You pull a little dagger and you cut some of the berries off pretty simply. Suddenly you hear a noise coming from the bushes. What,
I'm
Zachary?
going to make good berry stew.
Well, you can actually turn the good berries into healing potions. When you are able, you can't hear in the wagons, but if you keep and they stay pretty good when they're picked. But you can take them back and either, well, you probably can't do it yourself, but you can get someone to do it for a good price. So you hear something in the bushes. A little fairy. I'm just going to use a kobold mini because I don't have a fairy. A little pixie, a little fairy comes out. Hey, what are you doing with my berries?
I didn't pick them. It was all him.
It was you. You picking my berries?
What do you need them for?
I live here. I eat them. They're my berries. They fill me up. I'm so tiny. This whole berry fills up my whole belly.
Here. Have a few. I don't need them all.
So why are you taking them all if you don't need them all?
To make more?
You do know I'm tricky. I think you guys should leave my berries alone, and I'll leave you alone.
Okay.
And then she looks at you, Zeno. Okay, mosey on out of here. Get out. Scram.
Oh, so sorry. I'm sorry.
She takes the berries from you. Go ahead.
I kept a few berries in mine.
Okay, so if you're going to try to keep some berries, you need to roll, I believe, it is sleight of hand. Okay? And then the pixie has a 20-sided dice. You always roll a 20-sided dice for this kind of stuff.
6.
6 plus 2?
No, 6.
6. So as you were handing the berries to her, you kind of, with your other hand, you try to sneak a couple into your pouch. Hey, what's in your pocket?
I already I put a few in my pocket, but
You said you're giving me back all my berries. Give me back those berries right now.
Here.
She takes them, she looks at them, and she kind of looking around your body. Okay. Now get out of here.
I'm sorry. I'll never stop you again. Holy.
She looks at both of you again, and she goes back into the bushes.
Oh, she was scary, man.
Okay, you guys gotta head back to the wagon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys head back to the wagon. Takes you just a minute to catch up to them. So after that fun with the pixie, the party groups up again, and they continue their travel. The rest of the day is fairly quiet, and nighttime again comes, and they prepare food. Findle comes out again, and he walks over to Firestorm. So, I have a little tiny little job for you and your friends. I'm heading to Greyhaven. There's a friend of mine, his name's Tychus, and he has discovered a little tiny piece, a little fragment of an ancient text quite a while ago. We both believe that it's a map to a long-lost artifact of tremendous, possibly world-shaking power. And it's actually, we believe it's hidden in the very streets of Greyhaven. So I thought, when we get to Greyhaven, if the three of you, and you two actually, Zeno and Zachary, you kind of overhear some of this. I'll pay each of you 5 gold every day if you follow me around the city and kind of protect me a little bit. Because I'm just a little guy, so somebody might want to rob me, whatever it may be. So yeah, when we get there, I'll pay you each 5 gold a day to follow me around and help me out a little bit.
5 gold?
5 gold a day! Each of you!
5 gold a day? Each of us? For just doing tiny tasks?
I'm in.
I am too.
Zeno walks up.
Well, should be trusty.
There's nothing not to trust, but look at me. You could pick me up and throw me across this entire wagon with, ease. Can't see what I could possibly do to not trust me, but you got days. We got, I think, about 15 more days of travel. I'm sure hopefully in 15 days, you can either decide if you trust me or not trust me. You got time to decide.
Well, I mean, you said that Artifact has great power. How do I know you're not a bad guy gonna destroy us with all that Artifact's power?
I'm a little man with a little bird on my shoulder. Do you honestly think that I'm gonna go and destroy the world? We're gonna try to keep this away from people who would do that.
Little people can do big things. Just telling you that.
You're right that we can. But I am not interested in destroying the world. I'm just interested in keeping it safe. Anyway, you guys have lots of time. We have over 2 weeks of travel left. So, hopefully you can see that I'm not going to kill everybody and take all your stuff. I just want to keep the world safe. Hopefully you guys do too. And then he goes off. He grabs some of his... Today it is a... They make soup every day. Soup's easy to make. But they also... Some of the guys went and caught a bunch of rabbits. So they got some rabbits cooking on the fire.
Some rabbit stew.
So he grabs some soup and a small piece of rabbit. Heads back into his wagon. Just think about it. Just think about it. Make a decent chunk of money. And he heads into his wagon. You guys eat whatever you guys want to eat for the night. You head to your wagons for the night. The next day, again, is another quiet day. It's a little cloudy outside today, so you guys assume that in a day or two, probably it'll be rainy. But as you're traveling out, you guys notice something along the path up ahead. The pathway, the trees they're decently spaced apart. There's lots of space. You could probably fit 2 wagons beside each other, but you guys travel single. You notice that the trees get narrow, where it looks like if you weren't already going single file, you'd have to go single file. You couldn't take 2 wagons side by side. And the closer you get, and nobody seems worried about it, but the closer you get, you see like a white, looks from here like a white fog across the roadway. See, it's just fog. We got rain coming on, probably a couple hours maybe even. It's just foggy, cloudy. You know how it is. But as you get a bit farther, it doesn't look like fog anymore. As you get a little bit closer, you notice it is webs. The entire roadway is covered in spider webs.
Spider webs. I don't like spider webs. I said the spider webs.
So, what do you guys plan to do? It looks like you will not be able to travel through the spider webs. If you do, it'll be a heck of a lot of work to push through the spider webs.
Can I use my javelin and cut them down?
You could, but you'll be tired after. They all say, yeah, we could probably... They all have stuff, right? They have knives, they have swords. They always got to be prepared to defend yourself from anything. Oh, we could try, but it'll be exhausting to cut through all that.
Can I produce flame?
That might not be a bad idea. Those webs should just, ignite and burn up, but...
But we're in a forest.
You're right, we are in a forest. Do either of you wizards, any of you wizards, have a way of creating water? If we had like a water spell, you can kind of keep track of, there's a little bit of fire here, and then
I do.
Well, I guess as long as everyone's paying attention, and we don't let the fire get too wild, I guess maybe it's not a bad idea. Okay, so the two Dragonborn go to the front. Firestorm begins casting some firebolts into the cobwebs. Zachary does a little bit, but Zachary's more prepared with with creating water and trying to keep the fire from spreading into the woods too much. And it's going pretty good. You're flaming through the webs pretty good. I would like the two Dragonborns to roll a perception for me.
$19.
17.
Okay, those are both pretty good rolls. But we'll say Firestorm. You notice just outside of the fire and webs, there's something in the woods looking right at Zachary. And it jumps out. Everybody, roll initiative.
No!
Oh. I got 20.
Oh, 1 second. So
I got 20.
Zeno got 20.
21.
21 for Zachary. And 8 for Firestorm. And then the creature. Let me see him real quick. Where is he? Right here. He got a... Here's my dice. Dice. He got a 21 as well. So he will go at the same time as Zachary. Zachary, what is your dexterity bonus? The strength? +2. He has +3, so he'll actually go fast first. He's a little bit faster than you. Out of the woods. Zeno, where would you have been in all this? They're at the front, getting rid of the fire.
I'm just like standing there, like
You'd be
in between two of the front
something like this, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of the woods comes I gotta use a wolf. I don't have a giant spider. You guys are burning down his house and where he lives, and he is not happy. So the giant spider jumps out, and he is going to. Let me see.
Let's go around the webs, maybe.
Oh, it's too late for that. You have to be going through the woods, and it's going to be hard to pull these huge wagons between trees. So the spider jumps out of the woods and comes running up to you, Zachary. Yeah, that's Zachary. And he is going to take, what does he have? He has a bite attack. So he's going to take a bite at you. So I got an 8 to hit. What's your armor class? AC? 15. Okay, so he jumps on you. Ah! Misses. Now, Zachary, it is your turn. Spider just jumped out at you. Took a bit at you. Kind of bit into your armor a bit, but his bite wasn't very good and didn't get through your armor.
I'm gonna use my javelin.
Dude, turns around. Roll your 20-sided dice. Add your to hit bonus.
+4.
So what's your total?
12.
12. Oh! He caught you off guard a bit, and you just miss him with your javelin. You almost hit him. After, that would be Zeno. So you see the spider jump out at Zachary. What are you going to do?
I strut towards him, and I punch him.
Okay, so you come running over to him, and you're going to punch the spider.
I got 9.
You go and then you come running up, and you can't seem to. The spider and Zachary fighting with each other. You can't seem to get a good hit in.
I'm also afraid of spiders, so it kind of makes sense. Maybe I didn't want to hit it.
Firestorm. What are you going to do? You see the spider jumped out at Zachary. You got to tell me what you're going to do first, okay?
Firebolt.
You gotta. Okay, so you've been casting fire on the webs, and you see this spider come out. So you see, you cast a firebolt at him.
19.
19 hits. You nail the spider with a firebolt. So now you're gonna look at your damage. It's this. So you're gonna roll this dice, and you tell me the total. Okay. Oh, a 0 is a 10. So you nail the spider for 10 hit points. Good hit. It must have been from you blasting the webs with fire. You had like a full charge firebolt. Boom! Blasting the spider. That turn is done. Round 2. The spider gets to go first. The spider just got nailed by a fireball. He couldn't hit you, and he's not really threatened by either of you. He is going to run at Firestorm. So the spider takes off to attack Firestorm, but both of you guys get an attack of opportunity because it's leaving. So you guys both get an attack to hit him. Yep, you, Zeno and Zachary. Roll your to hit. Add your.
Punch him again.
You're gonna punch him again?
Produce flame.
I got 21.
21, so you hit with a 21.
I don't crit though, right?
What was your dice roll?
+5.
So you rolled a 16? Yeah. So no, you don't crit. So you hit, roll your damage with your punch.
1d6.
7.
7. Okay. And Zachary, you gotta quickly cast Produce Flame on it.
Yeah, I got a 1 plus 4.
You rolled a 1, always misses. No matter what your bonus is, a 1 misses. Okay, so you missed him with the firebolt. The spell didn't really show up in your hand very well. But Zeno, you got a good punch at it before he attacked. So the spider runs up and gets up to Firestorm and is going to take a bite at Firestorm. So Firestorm, what is your armor class?
12.
12. I rolled a 17. So I hit. So spider does.
Can I kill her?
Oh no. 9 points of damage to Firestorm. Firestorm is knocked out. Firestorm is down on the ground. And you can. Oh, and you also, Firestorm, have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is it heavy?
So you're going to look at this. See, these are the saving throws. You're going to roll your 20-sided dice, and you're going to add your Constitution bonus of +1. Oh, good. Okay, so you are not poisoned. The spider is looking fairly rough.
Okay.
So that was the spider's attack. It is Zachary's attack. It's Zachary's turn. So Zachary, you can either attack. You could heal Zeno. I mean, you could heal Firestorm.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal her.
Okay, so you got to run over to Firestorm. You got to go down and touch her and heal her. Okay, so you have Cure Light Wounds. So you will be rolling a D8. You'll add your Wisdom bonus, which is +2, and that's how many hit points you'll give her back.
7.
7 total. Oh, feeling good again. She was at -2, and now Firestorm is up to 5 hit points. That was good. That was Zachary. Zeno.
I'm gonna can I kick with an unarmed strike?
Yeah, it can be any part of your body.
Like hit him with my ankle, like shove down on him and then squish him.
So you're gonna try to squish the spider. Okay.
I got a 7.
7. What's your total though?
12.
Oh, you just miss. Him scrolling around biting on Firestorm makes you miss. Okay, Firestorm. The spider jumped at you, bit you, knocked you right out. Then all of a sudden, you wake up and you see Zachary standing over top of you, and you feel a lot better. You've been healed. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be fire
You're gonna breathe fire
in the air.
at the spider. Okay, so we have to look at your. Gotta look for breath weapon. Okay, so once a short rest, you can. Okay, so I get a dexterity save of 11. So I rolled a 7. So I failed by 1. So you will do 2d6 damage. So roll this 2 times.
3, 6.
So that is 12 damage. So the spider bit onto you. You turn around. And as the smoke disappears, there is a crispy spider laying beside you.
That's very
You
scary.
killed the spider.
Hey, spider.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
The spider is dead.
Yeah.
Dougal Stonepick comes jumping out after he sees that you guys are safe. Oh, wow, that was good, guys. Hopefully, there's no more spiders in this web. You're looking pretty rough there, Firestorm.
Yeah.
He jumps back into his wagon and he comes back out. I got this. I brought a couple of these just in case we need them. And he gives you a healing potion. Drink this up. So you drink up the potion. You're feeling like full power again. You're doing good.
Yeah.
And he looks like the webs are almost gone. You guys ready to do a little bit more? Finish up the webs here?
I'll try.
So you spend another 20, 30 minutes maybe at the most chopping through webs, burning them, keeping the fire down with water. And then you see the light of day through the woods. And the path opens up a little bit more again. And down the road a bit, you can see that it's back to normal.
Yes.
So you guys continue traveling on. And I believe we're on day 6. Day 6 ends. So, the end of day 6, the party again settles down for the night. They surround the campfire. They have some deer this time, and some of the hunters during the day found a bunch of really good berries. Some raspberries, some blueberries. They have some deer, and they cook it all up and make a nice meal. Yes, Zachary?
Did you get any pixie berries?
Pixie berries? Where do we get pixie berries from?
From bushes?
But no, I don't see no pixie berries. Yo, pixie berries, pixie berries.
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? You know him, I'm Dougal Stonepick. I'm the one that's hiring you guys for this job.
Oh, yes. I just...
Okay, so I hope all of you enjoy the food. Are
Okay.
you doing something?
I have a song for everyone!
You got some awesome entertainment, that'll be good.
Yes, I have a flute and I've been practicing this song! Ha Yes, it's...
Oh, you have a flute? Okay, so when you're doing this, I want you... What is the stat? Performance. I want you to roll a performance check.
Oh, God.
Just to see how well you sing.
It's a minus
And do your
one.
fluting.
I got a 16 then.
16 total?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually really good. Okay.
And then... My name is James McPhee. I went to a boat and then went to the sea. I went to this island with dragons galore. I beat up one with my thumb in a boar. You like it? And then I sing a little more.
Oh, that was good. That's the best entertainment we've had for the entire week.
Ah,
How about we stay up all night and roll dice and see who's the highest?
Well, we can play a game of dice.
I brought a game. I brought parties. Good job.
I'll play a game of dice with you. Okay, so roll a 20-sided dice. Let's see what your number is. What?
20.
20?
What?
I got an 11.
13.
You got a 13? What'd you get, Zeno?
I got a 11.
So the game's going. Mostly, it's going towards Dougal. He's rolling better than you guys in dicing. Then all of a sudden, Firestorm just is on a roll and just boom, boom, boom rolls the dice, and she ends up winning the whole game. That was some fancy dice roll in there, Firestorm. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So everyone takes off again for the night. The next, day 7 begins. It's a little rainy, nothing too much. Day 8, day 9, and day 10. Nothing happens. It's just travel. But on day 11, it's a nice sunny day. All of you roll perception for me.
gosh.
Just to see who gets to see this first. Perception.
I rolled a 17.
5.
19.
5.
5.
17. I mean 19. 19. I got a 17 plus 2.
Perception.
14.
14. And you said 19? You notice
That's me.
a humongous pile of leaves. And you hear like a grumbling noise in the leaves. Yes.
How can I get jump in the leaves?
If you want to, I guess. It is kind of boring on this travel. If you want to jump on the leaves, I guess go for it.
I walk over to the leaves.
Okay, you walk over to the big pile of leaves.
And I stick my face in the leaves.
You stick your face in the leaves.
Yes.
Just as you're about to stick your face in the leaves, there's a big gust of wind. And all the leaves, or not all of them, as you thought, blow away. And underneath of the leaves is a large, mostly sleeping owl bear. We place the owl bear right there. And your face to face with the owl bear's face. Yes?
Is it awake?
He's looking at you.
Oh gosh. I look behind me and I say, get him a blanket.
But it does look like the wagon and you running over to it may have woken him up. Like he's not like he's been sitting there. Doesn't look like he was ready to jump at the wagon.
Okay, I sit beside him. This is like, and then I start talking to him.
Okay, I want everyone on this here to roll initiative because
No,
I don't know if something's going to go bad.
14.
So I need to
I
clear
got
this.
8.
Just wait a second, guys. Wait a second. Okay, Firestorm, what did you get total?
13.
13. Zachary?
20.
20 total. Zeno?
8.
8. And the owl bear, where is my page? Come on. There you are. The owl bear rolled. Okay. So the very first one to do anything is going to be Zachary.
If we fight, but I don't want to fight though.
Okay, so Zachary, it is your turn to go first. He rolled higher than you. You're sitting beside the owl bear. We're just going to go through this because I don't know what's going to happen. Depending on what happens, he might just do his thing right away, right? So, Zachary, what are you going to do? You see the leaves blow away and a large owl bear staring at Zeno.
I'm going to use animal handling.
So you're gonna try to calm the owl bear down. So kind of describe what you're gonna do. So you walk up to the owl bear.
And I'm gonna go, we will not harm you. Can you please not harm us? We are good friends of yours.
Okay. What are you gonna do with your body? You're walking up to the owl
I'm
bear.
gonna be like one of those wise men moving their arms around.
Okay. Okay, so roll an animal handling. So roll your 20-sided dice and add your animal handling. What's your total?
23.
23. So you kind of, know not to make ridiculous movements because that would scare animals, right? But somehow, even with your arms waving around the way they are, that typically would probably scare like a bear or a lion or something. Not that there's lions in the forest like this, but walking up to it and the voice you're using, the owl bear just seems to. He was looking at Zeno, and he just kind of puts his head down and just looks at the ground. With your roll, because you rolled so high, you think that the owl bear might be a little bit hungry.
Hey.
Depending on what you're going to do, it's not your turn, though. Firestorm's turn is next.
Owl bear. I have food.
But it is Firestorm's turn. So you saw Zachary walk to the owlbear, waving his hands somehow magically, maybe not magically, and seems to calm the owlbear down so it doesn't think it's going to attack. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna walk over and maybe if they get in trouble, I might help them.
So you're going to kind of, you're not going to do anything, but you're going to be ready to do something. So what you can do is you can like ready an action. So you can like, if the owlbear attacks, boom, I'm going to cast a fire at him or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of go over to try to check it out. You've never seen an owlbear this close before. Now we go to Zeno. The owlbear seems to have calmed down. Not that it looks super aggressive to start with.
I say, I have food, and I'm rummaging in my pocket. And then I pull out a moldy chicken wing.
A moldy chicken wing. How long has that chicken wing been in your pocket? Okay. So you take out the old chicken. You give it to the owlbear.
It's been in my...
He kind of leans forward. And he eats it. He doesn't seem super interested in it. And he puts his head back down.
And then I whisper over to Zachary. That's been in my pocket for 7.5 years.
7.5 years. Okay, so we're to the owlbears now. And the owlbear just, he lays there. He seems not interested in you guys at all.
I say to it.
What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to continue on with this? Or are you just going to leave him alone?
I pet him. Like, I
Okay.
stroke his back, and I'm saying, come with us!
He ignores you completely. He seems not interested. He's tired. You guys woke him from his nap. You guys might actually be lucky that he didn't just attack you because you woke him.
I say to everyone, does anyone have fabric? I'll knit him a blanket.
What, Zachary?
Do you want me to use Goodberry and see if he's hurt?
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay, so you reach your hand out, and you wiggle your fingers, and poof! A handful of berries appear in your hand. You gonna feed him some berries?
Mm-hmm.
So you feed him. And surprisingly, even though you know that these berries will fill an entire human body with one berry, the owlbear eats 4 of them. Probably because the owlbear is ridiculously large and would probably need that many berries to fill him. He eats them, and he gets up. You guys are cautious for a second, and he turns around and leaves.
Oh, that's sad.
I wouldn't say it's sad, because if an owlbear attacked you, you guys would be sad.
With new characters.
I want him as a pet.
Dougal, when the owlbear gets far enough away, Dougal comes up to you guys. I have never, in the many, many years doing these travels, have never seen an owlbear just turned away like that. You guys are something special.
I look at him and I say, I know, right? Like, I'm insane.
He kind of looks at you, he rolls his eyes a bit, he pats Zachary on the back of his shoulder a bit. Good job. Let's get moving again before he decides to turn around and attack us.
Will you give us any gold for that?
Well, it surely gives us a better chance of making it back with all our wagons. We'll see. We'll see. And with that, day 11. Oh, wait a second.
Is it okay before the morning we walk around and we look at all the vans? Like,
All the caravans?
Yeah. And like go and see who's inside. Like, see if there's like ancient orbs I can steal or something.
You want to do that in the morning?
Sure, or tonight, whatever. I don't care.
Well, why don't we leave that till next adventure?
No.